Hello YouTube, Beast Machine Ghost Ninja here. As I said in my previous video, I reread the story of the mouse, the bird, and the sausage. And I was way off. I mean, I got the basics of the story more or less correct, but I misremembered quite a bit. Here, let me show you. Once upon a time, a mouse and a bird and a sausage entered into a partnership and set up house together. For a long time all went well. They lived in great comfort and prospered so far as to be able to add considerably to their stores. The bird's duty was to fly daily into the wood and bring in fuel, the mouse fetched water, and the sausage saw to the cooking. When people are too well off, they always begin to long for something new. And so it came to pass that the bird, while out one day, met a fellow bird, to whom he boastfully expatiated on the excellence of his household arrangement. But the other birds sneered at him for being a poor simpleton who did all the hard work while the others stayed at home and had a good time of it. For when the mouse had made the fire and fetched the water, she could retire into her little room and rest until it was time to set the table. The sausage only had to watch the pot to see the food was properly cooked, and when it was nearly dinner time, he just threw himself into the broth and rolled in and out among the vegetables 3 or 4 times, and there they were, buttered and salted and ready to be served. Then when the bird came home and had laid aside his burden, he sat down at the table, and when they had all finished their meal, they could sleep their fill until the following morning. And that was really a very delightful life. Influenced by these remarks, the bird next morning refused to bring the wood, telling the others that he had been their servant long enough, and he had been fooled into the bargain, that it was now time to make a change and to try some other way of arranging the work. Beg and pray as the mouse and the sausage might, it was no use. The bird remained master of the situation, and the venture had to be made. They therefore drew lots, and it fell to the sausage to bring in the wood, the mouse to cook, and the bird to fetch the water. And now what happened? The sausage started in search of wood, the bird made the fire, and the mouse put the pot, and then the two waited till the sausage returned with fuel for the following day. But the sausage remained so long away that they became uneasy, and the bird flew out to find him. He had not flown far, however, when he came across a dog who, having met the sausage, had regarded him as his legitimate booty, and so seized and swallowed him. The bird complained to the dog on his bare-faced robbery, but nothing he said was of any avail. For the dog answered that he found false credentials on the sausage, and that was the reason his life had been forfeited. He picked up the wood and flew sadly home and told the mouse all that he had heard and seen. They were both very unhappy, but agreed to make the best of things to remain with one another. So now the bird set the table, and the mouse looked after the food, and wishing to prepare it the same way the sausage had, by rolling in and out among the vegetables to salt and butter them, she jumped into the pot, but she stopped short long before she reached the bottom, having already parted with not only her skin and hair, but also with her life. Presently the bird came in and wanted to serve up the dinner, but he could nowhere see the cook. In his alarm and flurry he threw the wood here and there about the floor, called and searched, but no cook was to be found. Then some of the wood that had been carelessly thrown down caught fire and began a blaze. The bird hastened to fetch some water, but his pail fell into the well, and he after it, and as he was unable to recover himself, he was drowned. So yeah, no fox, it was a dog. I guess it just seemed like something a fairy tale fox would do. And the bird was just a bird. I don't know why I thought it was a crow. I wonder what that's all about subconsciously. And it was the bird that wanted the change. And I got the bird's job wrong. Oh well, I guess my memory's not as good as I thought it was. But on the bright side, I made my own version of the story that didn't sound too unplausible and didn't copy the original so much. I should probably get it copyrighted. My version, not the original, it's too old. Please comment what you think and subscribe for other videos. Until next time.